Hi guys, this is Dave Bennett. It's May 4th, and I want to give you an update where we're at. We're not quite yet released. We're going to redo the pages one last time. Let me start at the top though. Guy contacted me to share his AdWords results. He was just excited because he really doesn't have much of a budget, and he was testing with a small amount to see what he could do. He said by the time he spent $8.70, he got 3 calls that were viable for $10 each, so $30 back. Sorry, got the hiccups. So this guy spent $8.70, got $30 back out of it. That's closing in on 4 times your money, like 8 to 32, right? So closing in on that. And I was pretty impressed. It said, yeah, tell me about your AdWords campaigns, your keywords. Let me know what's going on. What are you pointing your pages at? So the guy's AdWords campaigns, too many keywords, and doesn't know anything about clearing out keywords that have no clicks to raise the average click-through rate so that you can raise the average quality score. And I asked him, okay, so you got these different AdWord groups. Are you having them point at appropriate pages for each? He's like, nah, they're all pointing at the same pages. Like, nope. That's why we have different AdWord groups in the first place. Different ad text, using different keywords to point at the related page for that. So if you're coming through this keyword, that ad should grab your attention and lead you to this page over here, which starts the conversation off over there. But if you're coming through this other keyword, you should see that ad which grabs your attention and leads you in that direction, that other page over there. That's optimized. In other words, the guy's running full gear on a completely young AdWord campaign. It's not mature. It hasn't been organized. It's early. And to be closing in on 4 times your cash on your first tests, most people don't get that far. They could spend, instead of $8.70, they could spend $87 and not get any money, right? Because they still have to straighten out their AdWords campaign. But to actually get that far on a not optimized AdWord campaign is really cool. So anyway, that's just interesting. I want to point that out. Now I want to point out the next interesting thing, and that's to come back to these pages over here. Here was something that some of you guys saw, the rest of you didn't see, and that's okay. For about 4 days now, Google had taken our pages and put them into, well, the bots had taken our pages and put them into a manual review queue. So we had been indexing pages, and then all of a sudden they dropped to like 29 to 39 pages. And that's when you hit and you're like, oh, I hope I didn't overdo anything. I mean, this is why you do sample sitemaps, to give Google a chance to figure things out on a first time for a website, because Google doesn't ding a website, dings web pages, things that are a mistake. And so what happens is, if you actually have a problem, if you overdid it, and Google doesn't like the pages and drops them and they never come back, what does that mean? Delete them. Put up new pages, make your changes, and then go forward from there. Everybody goes through that at one time or another. It's not an issue. We've been put in manual review often enough that we understand this game. So anyway, when they did it, I was thinking, I wonder what they saw that would cause it. One of them is the white space on the pages quite a bit. That's done intentionally, but we also have the links above it, where if you click them, it takes you down to the appropriate sections down below, okay? So I have my fingers crossed, like, you better see that. I think you must see that, because it must use, some kind of strategy for figuring this out. Then another thing hit me too, is like, the schema. I discovered when I went back through, we didn't have a variable for the phone number, and so we have a company cited in the schema as an example, but then the phone numbers for the company, but none of that information is actually on the web page. And because the information is not on the web page, and the phone number that is on the web page is a different phone number, then the schema is not matching the page, okay? It's not that we cheated, it looks like an oversight. But anyway, I was like, I wonder how they're going to take to that. The phone number is legitimate, the company is legitimate, it should be legitimate. But it's true that the information is not on the main page for the main company that was cited in the schema. It's like, still, if I want to perfect it, I would make the phone number a variable, because nothing stops the phone numbers for the different page sections from pointing at any company. So we were all gritting our teeth for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, boom, the pages started to reappear and get re-indexed, and they're picking up speed. And it's like, whew, that means, and that's for 3 separate projects all at the same time. What's that mean? We've been cleared. When Google clears you from a manual review, you are pretty much golden. As long as you keep doing what you were doing, you basically cannot overdo it. So the process we did was big enough that Google would have said yay or nay. They said yay to all three. So take a look at this. One of the websites. This dropped down to like 29, it's back up to 170 and counting. This one dropped down to something like 39, and now it's up to like 584. 300 pages got added just in the past few hours, so this is moving. It's going to shuffle up and down as Google reconfigures like how many links and stuff, but it's probably going to keep going up. Okay, here's another one for a client for student loan consolidation. That particular section of the guy's site yesterday was 2 pages. 2. Now it's up to 928. Having said that, all these are happening at once, are happening right now. We are in the clear on all of them, okay, which is a really big deal. Now, okay, I already explained. Here's the idea. There's a phone number. Now, okay, I'm going to come back to this because there's another part. We have a cold caller, and the cold caller is starting to line up deals. He got his first big deal today. We already had a guy, and we have a network, right? It's a catch-all nationwide. I've got guys locally here in Seattle, okay? Then we have the network, at least one, and there's more. And so far, one will do. But then we also said, because the network's keeping the money in the middle for all the stuff they're doing, and no one blames them. They have a lot of people to run and train in YouTube videos and explain concepts and talk about why to use AdWords or why to use landing pages a certain way and so on. Sure, I understand that. Everyone understands that. But the fact of the matter is, because it's a network, okay, then it's going to be a bunch of guys over here that are promoting a bunch of companies over here. That's kind of fuzzy, right? Say one of the companies was, let's just say selling garages, and they sold vinyl garages and wooden garages. But another company sold metal garages. Well, the guy who's pitching is going to pitch garages. He's going to have vinyl, wood, and metal maybe all over the page. So then you click the phone number and you want a metal garage. And that's the wooden vinyl guy picked up the call. And so now they have to try to talk you out of a metal garage into a vinyl garage. They might manage it. They may be able to tell you the pros and cons of why vinyl, right? And then if you call and get the metal guy and you want a vinyl garage or a wooden garage, he has to try to explain why you should trust a metal garage, even if you're afraid it's going to rust. So that's not so optimal, but it's based on groups, right? Group strategy, and therefore the landing pages are generic enough, okay? Having said that, if you can get through to the right guys that you want to work for directly, you cut out the middleman, and you can also focus your approach, your pages on exactly that guy. We already created the pages. The way they're pitching, we can just ask companies, do you accept it or not? And if they say yes, that's the way we do it anyway, great, you're in like Flynn. If they say no, we'll say, oh, we're sorry. I mean, we could build another project on the side over here. But for the project we're doing right now, the point is the project's already good to go. If you can see a way to get fit into it, you're going to be happy you did. Now, what I want to say. Okay, so the phone number here is this 888 number, but in the schema it's this 253 number. And it's like, oh, that's why I was thinking maybe it was, that's probably one of the things that got us in the queue. But we got pulled back out because, yeah, it is a proper company number. And there's no reason why it cannot be used as a company representation. Fact of the matter is it makes the pages stronger, and it doesn't matter if that company is the company you're going to reach when you call the phone number or not. Doesn't matter, okay? So my job is just to make the pages stronger one way or the other. And when we're working with particular clients, so we're going to use their information in our schema, okay? And that's going to be good for them too. Why not? Having said that, our cold caller landed a deal today with a guy that's willing to pay, I think it's $5,000 a sale. And so we're working with him in the keyword list. He wanted to see the keyword list. He wanted to see the landing pages. And we said no, because he's got his own thing going. We said, but we can work with you on the keyword list. And then we're going to go ahead and promote you with our own group, using organics and AdWords. Okay. And let's just agree on the standards, right? Calls coming in have to be in your area during working hours. They have to last a certain amount of time, and then you're going to pay out. What is the number of calls that we can agree on lead to a sale? Since you want a pay per sale, we don't want that. Okay, we don't. We're working on pay per call, right? We want to get paid per call. So how many sales does it take definitely to get a call? And the guy, and we're still working the details out. The guy's highly interested, and this is just setting the right tone. So if it was 5K he was going to pay, and we agree that's 25 calls, 5K divided by 25 calls, 25 good calls gets him a sale without question. In other words, we're agreeing to a bigger number. He'll probably get a sale every 10. We're saying 25, so we can be safely demand that he pay per lead. Okay, that's like $200 per lead. $200 per lead. So if we got AdWords up and we're getting a call every time somebody clicks, and we're paying, I don't care if we're paying $5. I don't care if we're paying 10. Okay, I don't care if every 3 out of 4 calls fail. Still, we're paying $40 to recollect 200. You get 100, we get 100. Everyone is freaking happy. That's 5 times over on the money. On AdWords, plus all the organic clicks are free. I don't know any other way of explaining it other than that's awesome. Okay, so there you go. By the way, real quick, I wanted to point this out. So when you come back to these pages that are indexing, I was just curious. It's like, are they actually showing up? I mean, it's early. They're going to Google dance and stuff for a while. So don't expect any great keywords. By the way, sell your home fast cash. No geo-target. I don't have to be anywhere in particular for this thing to matter. But I was just curious. So I saw these other links to other keywords. Need to sell my house fast. That's a pretty cool keyword. We buy houses for cash. Reviews. Is somebody typing it in to see what they think? So that's targetable. You know, how does we buy houses for cash work? That's another good one. So, you know, if we were targeting keywords, right, you know, it's things like this, and we have this stuff interwoven into our attention-grabbing headlines. So, for instance, okay, now let me just pretend I am local, right? I'm going to search it, sell your home now, but I'm going to pretend I'm in Garden Grove. I wouldn't have to type it. I could just type sell your home now, and this page would probably appear because it's for Garden Grove. But since I'm not in Garden Grove, I'm in Seattle, I'm going to type sell your home now, Garden Grove. I haven't done any pages for Seattle yet. And we like just made it to, yeah, number 10 on the page, okay, here. And again, it'll dance a bit, but just so you know, that guy in Garden Grove, if he does a search for sell your home now, do you call that a long tail or a short tail? I would call that a short tail because it's very specific. You could say sell your home is short tail. Sell your home now is the point. Sell your home could be anything. It could be I'm going to put my home on the market and I want to maximize the cash flow and I don't care if it takes a year to sell as long as I make a lot of money. So sell your home now is the short tail concept. I mean, if you really want to go short tail, you could say sell or sell your. But no, I mean, it's got to be a concept, right? And I just thought, okay, sell your home now, Garden Grove. What about something else? Get paid fast for your home. Get paid fast for your home. It could be get paid fast for your home, get paid fast for my home, get paid fast for your house, get paid fast for my house, get paid soon, get paid today, get paid now. What do I know? Those are variations. We can create them all. We can create pages for them all. San Pedro. And we're like number 5 or 4 on the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I think 5. Then what? Get paid fast for your home, Clearwater. And again, notice I'm not signed in to any of these pages, okay? I'm not signed in, all right? Sell your home now. It's not even purple from me clicking on it, okay? Sell your home now, Clearwater, Florida, right? Check that out. Get paid fast for your home. If I was in Clearwater and typed that in, or anything like it, this page could show up. We get you paid fast for your home is the verbiage for that particular page. As we produce more pages, we will cover all the variations. What now? Sell my home fast cash. Sell my home fast cash. El Centro. And so if I do that, that's in California. Okay, I believe it's in California. I'm sure it's in California. Yeah, El Centro, California. Where are we? We are here somewhere, aren't we? Yeah, right here. Sell your home fat. What is that? Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, number 7 on the page. Still, front page. Okay, page 1. How many guys? 4,930,000 results, all competing for keywords similar to these. And all I mean by that is all those words are on the pages because it's broad match. So There are 4,930,000 pages out there that happen to have all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these words on it, which is really 6 if you think of El Centro as one. Okay? And we're at the top of that list. Okay? We're number 7 on there. And get paid fast for your home, Clearwater. I don't know what the Clearwater, that's 12,400,000 results that we're showing. Okay? Yeah, 12,400,000 results. All right, what else? You know, we can just go through this list on and on, but I think I made the point there. So let me move on to another point. 5,680,000. Okay, and right there. Another thing that's cool, look at the attention grabbing effect. See how there's a question followed by a sentence or a point, right? It looks a little better because it's pretty interesting in that way, right? It's more personal. It's talking to the guy, right? So if you just look at the different things you see, this can stand out. It can be interesting enough to get clicked on. That's the point of attention-grabbing headlines. Look at that. Attention-grabbing headlines can get these pages clicked, even if they're not at the top, right? Because they're interesting. Okay, so as long as somebody happens to see it, crazy storm kicking on outside. There's been off and on all day, sorry. Okay, what's the rest of what I want to say? Okay, we're doing redoing the pages for updates. And I know guys are always saying, how come you're redoing the pages for updates? You know, why don't you just put the pages out? Tell you why. Because when we look back in 5 months at the first 50,000 pages that got released on the website, okay, that are making us money, we don't want to think, man, gee, I wonder how much more I would have made if I would have just done it right. Okay, we want to absolutely do it right in the first place and then build from there. You know, that's important. So there you go. That's just a big deal. So we said, let's get the Google Analytics coding in. So we got a UA code that we're inserting into the pages so that we can tie that to AdWords and tie that to the Search Console. So all of you guys who understand Google Webmasters, it makes all of our hits transparent. We understand where they're coming from, down to the keyword. We can get granular on that, keyword, time of day, even demographic material about the people visiting. And aside from that, we can see how many calls. We can track the calls back to AdWords, back to organics, keyword by keyword by keyword by keyword. That's useful. Okay, that's entirely useful and worthy of redoing the pages to capture. So it's things like that. It was the UA code, stack hunter coding, updating the schema of the variable phone number, redoing the URL link so that we can segregate the city, state, and the keyword so that it's easier to grab the anchor text that matches the pages. It's a separate concept from grabbing attention-grabbing headlines and mixing them with the pages, which is perfect because we want different phrasing pointing at the same pages over the course of time. Big deal. Google likes to see that. All right, having said that, we're going to be done in a couple of days. Sorry, I'm always saying we're going to be done in a couple of days. We're not really in the rush business. I'm sorry about that, but that's the way it is. We'll be done soon, and you'll be all the happier when the C comes off right, because this is going, now that we went through a manual review and came out, we are in like Flynn. We get to go kind of haywire. And that's powerful. It's really powerful. By the way, so how's this going to go for all you guys who, okay, when you get in, we assign you the phone number. Anybody calling through the phone number, it's going to get forwarded. And that forwarding call is going to go into the network, okay? And then whenever it is that we have a local buyer in that area, because of our cold caller lining them up, okay, then the calls go into that guy. And the payments that come out of it are so much better. So it is interesting to us to bypass the network as we grow, to find replacements for the individual states. So you'll make some money through the network, and later you'll make a lot more when we shift to private, when we shift to direct companies instead of a whole network. All right. And we'll talk about AdWords campaigns. I'll do more stuff for that and stuff that, you know, to help you really grasp AdWords if you're interested, because it's worth it. It's worth it to understand that. All right. How do we think about cost per click? Just one thing to kind of wrap up that point. Say you got 1,000 clicks and it costs you $200. Okay, so you got 5 clicks for $1. All right, that means each click costs you 20 cents. Okay, first of all, that already, would be like incredibly huge. Because if you got 1,000 clicks, and let's say that meant 250 good phone calls, do the math. If that's paying $100 per call, that's 25 grand. So that's insanely cool. Okay, I just want to point that out. That it's crazy what we can climb into as we go. Now, still, what if we were getting organic clicks too? Because if we're competing with everyone, and many of those competitors, I showed you the graphs, right? Organics haywire all over the charts, usually very low, or there are no organic results at all. So, how to think about the cost of AdWords? Instead of 1,000 clicks on AdWords for 200 bucks, what if we got 1,000 organic clicks plus 1,000 clicks on AdWords? Well, the organic clicks cost us nothing, and the AdWords clicks cost us 200. So that's 2,000 total clicks for $200. That's a dime a click. Okay, that's massive. All right, again, that can really go to the bottom line. It doesn't just double your income, it can quadruple or quintuple it. You remember the example we used with the cataract eye drop guy? Spent 30,000, that's $1,000 a day for a month, 30,000 a month to get 50,000 in sales, minus 12,000 hard good costs. So 50,000 minus 12,000, right? Minus the original 30,000. That's just it, because he had to subtract, he had to redo the hours. So 30 grand in, 50 grand out, leaves him with 20 grand up, minus 12 grand. Hard costs left him with like 8,000 a month to live on. And when you can carve the AdWords cost down by half, instead of spending 1,000 a day to get 50,000 a month, we whittle it down, $500 a day. That can be why. Longer tail keywords, better matching the keywords to the right pages, okay, better quality scores, better click costs, click-through costs, and less competition, so less bidding up on average. So the costs are just down on average. So now you get the guy and get him better organic results to boot. So now you got him down to the equivalent of $15 per click, because you're going to add all that together and say organics are up and AdWords are, either up for the clicks for the money, or just simply lower money for the same number of clicks. Add it all up. What do you get? 15 grand a month gets him 50,000. Okay. That means he saves 15,000 a month to still get 50,000 minus 12,000. What's that mean? He was making 8 grand a month. Now he's making 8 grand plus 15 grand a month. Ooh. If it was 8 grand plus 16 grand a month, that would be triple pay. Triple pay. Okay. So cutting the AdWords cost down by half could triple your pay, could quadruple your pay. Really. All right. What else do I want to say? Okay, yeah. Next video, we're going over some deeper level training on how to think clearly about AdWords costs in the first place. This cool stuff, and if you get a little bit of that clear in your head, it's extremely helpful. Do you have to do AdWords? No. I had some people calling me who thought that they had to take the leads that they got and sell them off. The answer is heck no. These calls go straight through to a network who's trying to close those deals. Those are the professionals. Why on earth would we get in their way? All we do is get humans who are searching Google, Bing, Yahoo to call that phone number. That's it. That's our job. Get them to call the phone number. If they're still not ready to call the phone number, keep reading a bit. Once they get down to that point, call the phone number. That's the whole idea. We're just trying to get them to call the phone number. Okay? And that's cool. That's cool. Guy spent $8.70, got $30 back, and he realized if he spent $87, he could have gotten $300. He could spend $870 and get $3,000. Except here's something: when you raise the total amount that you're willing to pay per day, then you don't just get a proportional raise in the gain. You can get a lot more than that for a number of reasons. You raise the ad spend and raise the position, the intended position of the ad. So you're willing to pay more per click, and therefore your ad shoots higher. It gets clicked on more often per keyword, which raises the click-through rate per keyword, which raises the average click-through rate of the ad group. If all your keywords, if you're watching that, all your keywords are getting clicked on, generally because you raise the bid and you watch those numbers go up. So then things that were not getting clicked on before because they were just, the ad was too low on the page, suddenly the ad's up in the game and it's getting clicked on. So you're getting a good click-through rate. So your ad group's getting a good click-through rate. So you're allowed to spend less for higher results. And what do you think happens? You get a disproportionate gain in the sales. So as you start here, as you increase the bid, you get more sales. You increase the bid more, you get more sales. You increase the bid more, you get more sales. That can happen. Okay. The only other thing to keep in mind is if you get all the way up into the playing field, you're competing with the big guys at the top. So what do? Long tail keywords, organics, top quality pages, good matches to landing pages, all the stuff they don't know how to do, we know how to do. Quality long form landing page connected to a very massive website that's all about the topic. These are the ways to play the game. All right. We'll talk more soon. Hope you enjoyed this video and understand what's going on. Okay. We'll be in full glory here in a few days. We'll be rolling, unleashing everything, and you guys will see what's going on. We'll start figuring out how to deliver your call reports to you efficiently. All right. We'll talk soon.